never stop at one. I'll take you all on.
At least I'll have the satisfaction of destroying you, Optimus Prime.
You can't remember my name.
The weak shall perish?
Do not believe everything you read.
Hello everyone, I'm Cyberverse Prime, and I'm continuing my video reviews for the 07 Decepticons in Studio series. And last time we looked at Starscream. This time, Blackout. Oh man, I remember when this guy first came out, he was one of the very first ones to get he was one of the very first ones to fly off shelves, and I definitely remember this guy I remember seeing a bunch of Grimlocks. I never seen this guy. Well, no, that's not true. I have seen this guy a few times in person when he first came out, and yeah, this is an awesome figure and still is to this day. And honestly, I do have the Masterpiece version, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of prefer the Masterpiece over this one, only because the Masterpiece perfects this mold. And I know that's not technically a fair comparison or, a fair thing, but to be honest, they did perfect this mold when they made the Masterpiece. So I will be a little bit biased towards that. But when this guy came out in 2018, long before the Masterpiece, this was the best Blackout you could get on market. I swear. This was the best one. The one before this was actually the Cyberverse Legion Commander guy. And I'm gonna be honest, that little guy inspired this. And I say that because there are some similarities in this transformation that I've noticed that are taken from that little Cyberverse Commander, which I actually do want to get back in my collection. That was a fun little figure. The only difference is they did change a few things. The arms don't become the tail rudder, and the legs don't become this section here. It's mainly here how the where the pilot usually, I guess this is called the cockpit. I'm not familiar with helicopters, okay? So mainly this area is where I've noticed that there are some similarities. But anyway, I can't really do size comparisons in this video because this guy is freaking massive in alt mode. But to get a sense of scale, here he is with Barricade. Yeah, he's big. This is a pretty big figure. So anyway, to transform him, you want to start with the propellers. So where is it? Is it right here somewhere? Ah, right here. You want to... No? Oh, yeah, right here. You want to start by... Oh, I'm causing a stress mark there. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. You want to start by getting the propellers adjusted, which they all go back behind there, just like in the film. Then you want to come here and untab this part and this part. That's what just makes it easier for me. And then you want to come back here and untab this whole side here. Take this piece, flip it forward, take this piece, want to kind of rotate it up, but then There's a lot of flimsy bits in this transformation. I'm going to untab this section here. Come under here, if possible. Yep. I want to come under here, flip open the hand, rotate that down. Take this part here, rotate that a little bit, collapse this on top of it, and then you want to make sure this part here goes into this slot here. There you have one of his arms. Alright, and then you untap this part. And then rotate this. Ooh, that's tight. It's been a while since I transformed him. He's been sitting on a shelf for God knows how long. And then rotate that to the front. And then you want to take this whole thing and do the same thing over here. You want to whoa. Okay, let me get that out of the way. Oh, you want to take this off. This is the only bit of parts forming that is a part of the figure. So yeah, that will help. Untab this part. Come on. Untab this. Undo this. Fold this down. Fold that panel up. Rotate this out. Fold out his hands. And then collapse this around his arm. And then fold that down. Rotate the arm this way. And then tab that in. There you have his arms. Whew, good Lord. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a doozy. This is going to be one hell of a transformation. Then you want to make sure this whole... Oh, yeah, Scorponok comes with him. So I'll put him off to the side too. Come on. And then untab all of this just like that to make it look like he exploded. Sorry if I keep resting, it's my arms. My arms are not used to this kind of thing. The landing gear, just rotate that upward. Take this piece here along with this piece. This piece is going to flip like that. Then this piece is going to, it's on a track underneath the foot. Take that, slide that underneath. Then you're going to have the foot looking like that. Rotate it to the front. Same thing over here. Take this piece, fold it, kind of pull it upward. Take this part, flip it that way, rotate this, and then collapse it in. And then take the landing gear, and it'll just rest on the back of the foot there. And rotate this whole piece forward. And then essentially, even though I haven't done the whole chicken leg thing yet, you have his legs. Good Lord. Oh, my arm is really killing me doing this. Okay. Alright. Take this part here and untab it. And then you want to come back up here and move these pieces out of the way. Because you're going to take this part here of the thing and you're going to push up his head just like that. Rotate that down. And then you're going to rotate this whole section underneath his chest. Get his arms out of the way if you need to. We're going to rotate the crotch upward. Rotate the legs down. Collapse everything into place. And there is basically the whole robot. But we're not done yet. Nope, we are so not done yet. Alright. Phew. You want to take, good lord. You want to take this part here and rotate it up. Take these pieces, fold them up like that. Same thing over here. Then this piece is going to fold underneath. Then you're going to hinge this up, fold this down. Oh, nope. Fold this part down. And there is, oh crap. Crap. I made a mistake. Alright. No, don't. Come on, Tab. There we go. Whoa. Man, this review's turned into a mess. It was a mess when I started this transformation. I should have known that. Alright. Then, go ahead and give him his chicken legs. And there is Blackout in robot mode. Oh my god, that was a major bitch to do on camera. So, he transforms from massive helicopter to pretty small little robot. But, to be fair, this figure still rocks. I'm gonna be honest, this figure rocks. And, I can't really lie. This was probably my favorite Studio Series figure back in 2018. And I can't lie. He's still one of my favorites. Even though he, looks... It's just very cool how they managed to get such a... They managed to really, really improve from that original 07 Voyager. And they upgraded him to a T just about. And I'm going to be honest. I know. Nobody likes these hands. And to be honest, I can't lie. They didn't bother me that much when I first got them, because I was just so happy to finally have a Blackout in my collection. And I'll be honest, these parts here, they do get on my nerves because they pop off so easily. I really wish this part was a pin and not a friction joint. That's because I'm gonna be honest. I think Grinder does this too. And the other thing, speaking of Grinder, I know a lot of people were pissed that when Grinder came out, everyone was happy when Grinder came out because they fixed the hands. But when the 15th anniversary version of Blackout came out, people were pissed that he had these stupid hands. And I'll be honest, they're not great. But they didn't bother me when I first got them. Like I said, this figure is still pretty impressive for almost being 10 years old. But for articulation, oh lord. He basically has a lot of hindrance up here in the shoulders. Bro got no shoulder articulation at all. So he's basically kind of stuck like this. He does have elbows, he does have biceps. No wrist articulation. He's got a ball joint here at the head, I believe. Feels like a ball joint. But that head sculpt, I mean, look at that. That is Blackout. You can't deny that. That is Blackout. And for legs, you can move this out of the way. And he's got ratcheted hip joints. Yeah, he's got ratcheted hip joints. He's got thighs swivel, double jointed knees due to the chicken leg thing. And then he does have an ankle tilt, which is pretty cool. So he is kind of posable. But honestly, I would love to see this guy get like a commander class at some point. Because like I said in my Starscream video, Optimus is getting a redo. I hope this guy gets a Studio Series commander class in 2027. I would love to see a miniature movie masterpiece version of this guy, because they perfected it with the masterpiece, and I don't see why they couldn't make a movie masterpiece styled Studio Series Blackout. But anyway, you can apply the tail rudder here on the side to give him the saw blade. And then he does come with Scorponok, who is honestly kind of mediocre. He looks nothing. I mean, it's cool. He's got basically no posability besides the arms and the tail, but it's okay. But I do have some little bit of extra stuff to go to Blackout. Now, I can't remember which DNA set it is, but I do have the DNA upgrade kits for Blackout, which gives him posable hands, a better weapon, his chest cannon, and there is another one, but he comes with 2 miniguns. I just give him one. So, anyway, let's go ahead and upgrade Blackout, shall we? Basically, what you want to do is get these parts untabbed, fold back the hand, and then I'm going to remember, yeah, this is the right one, I believe. Yeah, this is the right one. You want to tab. There's a little tab right here that's going to go into this little slot right here on his hand. Oh, man. This is going to be a major bitch, isn't it? Okay. There you go. And then there you go. There is a new hand for Blackout. And that looks so much better than what we got with Grindor. Now, some people would say, well, why don't you just get a second Grindor and just swap the arms? Bro, back in the day, that was... That would have been a pain in the ass, because I'm sure there was some remolding parts. Plus, you would have to paint these on, and it just would have been a pain in the neck. So, I'm completely fine with Blackout having the Studio Series upgraded hands, or the DNA upgrade hands. Same thing over here. Slot that in. Tab that on. There we go. And then tab the arm back together. And there he has his upgraded hands, which look so much better in person and everything else. And then for the chest piece, you just, this little part right here in front of his face, you can just slide this on, and there's his chest cannon. And then give him the minigun on his left. And then take this part, which you want to make sure his hands are kind of folded into like a fist position. And then basically what it does is just kind of sit on there. Shit. Sorry. And then this kind of just sits over his hand like that. And that is how I display my Studio Series Blackout. This is such an awesome figure. By itself, without the DNA kits, pretty solid figure. But in my personal opinion, he's better with the DNA kits. Because all it does is just give him a couple of extra accessories, better hands, and overall just a way cooler figure, or just a way more badass looking figure in my opinion. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay tuned for more. Oh, sorry. Almost forgot to do the size comparison. So here he is with Starscream. That looks pretty accurate. Sorry, I almost finished the review there without doing size comparisons. That would have been dumb. Here he is with Megatron. Pretty cool. And then for the main thing, I'm only going to do one Autobot. There he is with Optimus Prime, which, like I said before, can't wait for the new one. But yeah, that will conclude Blackout's review. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.